when Spike was very, very dedicated, he always wanted to help everybody. So in 1950, when we got here, we were staying out at the base, the Navy base, and we had quarters out there. So Spike was a little older, and he looked a little more mature than a lot of the guys coming in at 19 or 18, 19 years old. So about, I guess it took 10 days or 2 weeks before everybody found out that Spike wasn't a coach, because he was telling them to go here, do this, we'll take care of that. And it's one thing that I'll remember the rest of my life, because God love him, he was just a wonderful person, and he cared for everybody. Thank you.
I'd like to take up where Bobby left off. I came down with the Tricola group and met Bobby and Booty, etc. And we pulled up in my car, Jimmy Calagreco and Johnny Lamarca, who were two great basketball players, too bad they didn't stay here. And as soon as we came up to the old gym, there's this guy comes out. Looks like a coach to me too. So he said, would you mind taking, we had to go out to the base, as Bobby mentioned. Would you mind taking my baggage out there? I said, well, geez, I have a lot of stuff. Jimmy Calagreco bought clothes like were incredible. And we were loaded. And next thing I know, he comes out with a steamer truck. You know, they used to go on cruises in the old day with a steamer truck. I said to him, I can't get it. I can't get that in my car. And he's pushing, trying to get in my front seat. Didn't get in there. So he finally gave up. I said to Jimmy Calagreco, who played with Spike in Bergen Junior College, I said, geez, I hope I didn't upset the coach. I thought he was a coach too. He said, oh no, that's only Spike. I could go on with stories about Spike a long time, but as Bobby has said many times in Booty, Spike kept us all together. He kept the Tangerine Bowl team together. He called, he got everybody to continually come. Of course, we've faded out. And when you retired, that ended a wonderful thing. And now, this past year, we lost Willie Land, we lost Guido Tamba, we lost Sal Manfrey, we lost, I understand, Jack Whitaker, and now Spike. We're going to miss him very, very much. He was very dear to us. Thank you.
My name is John Weimer, and y'all have danced around one subject that was really dear to Spike, and that was that football team. And the 50s football team, and that was the center of Spike's heart. And all you guys, I didn't play football for Stetson, but all you guys that played with him, that was his main love. And I just want to make sure everybody knew what he really loved.
You know what Gus says about Spike's little interludes when we'd be out walking, we'd probably be a lot slimmer, but for the fact that Spike would know that we'd be coming up the street, and about the time we shut up, Spike would, remarkably enough, be out in the front yard with his dog. And regardless of how committed we were to an athletic workout, Spike always enticed us inside, which usually resulted in us having about 2 or 3, not 1, but sometimes even 3 or 4, which whereupon we would leave his house, reverse tracks, and walk right back to ours because we're incapable of walking much further. You know, I did the barbecues for the S Club group for years, and it's kind of a neat experience, actually. I was a Pike at Stetson, and many of the old Pikes played football, Booty, Bobby, etc. And I met a lot of the people that I would not otherwise have met. And Spike, he was all the things that you people talk about, and more. But perhaps the biggest thing Spike was for me was a catalyst. When you were with Spike, nobody was a stranger. You met everybody. You heard about everybody. Spike never bragged about what he did. but you knew he enjoyed doing it because he always said, I had a good time doing it. It was a blast. John, you should have seen it. It was hilarious. And I tell you what, some people leave and they hardly leave a ripple. People like him, it's like the reservoir's empty. He was a fine man.
Hey, I'm Ronnie, and I was Spike's neighbor for 23 years, lived across the street from him. Now, he was actually our family, you know, he everything we ever did, all of our picnics, birthdays, Spike was there, he was part of the family. And we're really gonna miss him, I mean, he was really important to all of us. Thank you.
I'm Nicolino, I'm Chuck's son, and goes beyond the land what Spike did, and those who read the obituary recall that he grew up in Rockland County.